And then you went 5 miles and the supercharger blew up.
Yeah.
Eric hooking it up with the exhaust, I truly appreciate it.
The wide band and then the switch panel.
Why did you change to the 12 valve?
Those are straight cut gears on 3rd and 4th.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm already down in Oregon. Had some family stuff down here. We are going down to a subscriber's house, and actually just a guy that I've seen before but never really met. Eric, he's got a VRT Mark II, freaking awesome. So I'm really stoked to see him. He's got something he's gonna donate to the build, so I'm super pumped. So you can't wait to get there. Oh my gosh, you're putting a full cage, yes.
Yeah, otherwise my catwalk's all over it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, found that out the hard way.
Dude, every time I see this thing now, it's going through so many changes.
Yeah, trying to get it to actually do something and go fast. It's all there to do it. I think we figured out too why it kept braking. So the rear beam was bent. And so the left rear wheel never really touched the ground the way it should.
Oh.
And so I think even with preloading it, as soon as it would unload, it would just shock that wheel really bad.
Oh, okay.
It only broke axles and everything on this side of the car.
Only on this side?
Yeah, only on this side. So then you beam in it, the traction bars in it, and then the full cage, and hopefully it'll pull together and stay together.
So this is Eric King, and obviously if you guys are from the Northwest, you've probably seen this car around a lot. You know, I've seen him at Woodburn a couple of times. That's really the only time I see him, only time I come down to Portland. So, and you were saying you've had this car for 10 years.
It'll be 10 years in June.
On the car for so long, there was a 24 valve in here.
Yeah.
So why did you change to the 12 valve? Just because you were going to turbo it, or how did that come about?
Well, I felt the car looked crazy enough that it needed to go a lot faster. 24 valve was fun, but it just wasn't fast enough.
Yes.
And so I traded the 24 valve for a V1 supercharger.
Oh.
For the 12 valve.
So you already had the 12 valve?
No, I got this 12 valve from a guy I know. It's an AFP, so I have a Mark IV, but it was a brand new factory crate motor.
Oh, okay, wow.
And so he essentially gave it to me. He had it laying around and he gave it to me. So took it apart, just did head spacer, head studs, rod bolts, some DRC 268 cams, and high rev valve spring. It'll handle 600-700.
Dude, yes. So awesome. And so who did the cage for you?
I did almost all of it. I had a couple close friends help me with some of the fitting and mock-up and stuff like that, but yeah,
You bent the tubing and everything?
No, so we bought a S&W pre-bent cage.
Oh, okay.
It was like, I think it was like $400 shipped.
Wow, dude, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
For all this tubing?
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I first did it, I messed up the A-pillar bars trying to fit them. And so one thing led to another. I ended up getting my own tube bender now.
That's what it does.
And so
snowball.
Yeah, but just the tubing from the local steel yard, I got 3 6-foot sections of it, and it was like $90 or something from the place. So it was really cheaper to buy all the pre-bent stuff anyways, regardless. And yeah, but it fits well, it fits nice. We got the halo up top there, nice and level, and
that looks good, man. God. And what's the body kit that you have on it?
It's a Rieger GTB kit. Well, so I found the bumpers and side skirts up in Seattle. I got them for $200. It was brand new stuff. I still have the sticker over on the wall. It was all new, but the kit was supposed to come with front fiberglass fenders with the flares built into them, just a solid one piece, and then rear flares. But I didn't get the fenders or the rear flares.
Oh, okay.
I ended up buying a set of fake boomerang flares from a guy over in Europe somewhere. And so we ended up cutting them up to fit them all. The fronts we just had to cut in half and then shorten one side and actually lengthen the other side, and then the rears, we ended up cutting it right where it's nicely cracked, of course, there. And then I cut it like right along there and then widened it out. I need to make molds of them.
And I'm so, dude, seriously, I'm so glad you asked me over, because like, I didn't want to ask him, you know, just to come over his house. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but he asked me to come over. So, dude, I was stoked. Like, all the way here, dude, I was like so happy.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
So yeah, I got Sparco rev seats for them, fixed back.
Dude, that's so sick. Oh, I can't wait to see this, all the stuff in the car.
And this is the dash bezel I made. I got to clean it up and paint it and stuff. But so the cluster just sits right in there.
Yeah.
Got the wideband and then the switch panel.
Nice.
The switch panel, you just use a ribbon cable to this. You wire up power, ground, and then the output to whatever. The shifter for the car too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so it's floor mounted above the tunnel. It's a TR motoring. Guys over in the Netherlands, but
dude, that looks sick.
yeah, it's disconnected there for some reason. I don't
Yeah.
know what I did, but it uses just stock Mark IV shift cables too.
What's your like main goal? Like drag racing? Or are you gonna do some time attacks? Or are you
I
gonna...
want to try to do all of it, and once I get the car all dialed in and ready to go, I'm going to start looking to more of that kind of stuff. Right now, I've just been trying to do drag racing just because there's local tracks and like PIR, they do late night drags Friday and Saturday nights, so I can load it up and just go there after work or just on the weekends to go race it. This is a North Viking wing. Eurosport had it in their warehouse. I called them. I asked them, I said, what do you guys have for anything like this? And they're like, well, we might still have one or two North Viking wings. And so I Googled it and I saw it and I was like, okay, yeah. And I think it was like a couple $100 or so. And I drilled new holes in it to lower it down a little bit. Because before it stuck up quite a bit more.
Yeah. No, I like that, how tall it is, how wide it is. Yeah. If it was up any higher,
yeah, it was real goofy with it really high, but yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, and then we got semi-truck hood latches.
It almost look like a Wrangler,
Yeah,
the TJs.
Yeah, to hold the hatch down. There's no latch or anything in it. Yeah, surprisingly, it doesn't drive too terrible on the street given everything with it. I mean, it's got solid motor mounts. Metal motor mounts or Delrin, and then 4-puck unsprung clutch.
I was gonna ask you what clutch you got.
Yeah, it's a bully clutch. And
what do you have diff and everything?
Yeah, so it's got a Pelican diff in it, and then it's got a AP tuning gear set, and third and fourth gear are straight cut.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. So I ended up getting that trans from. I knew about the trans. I knew it had a diff, so my buddy went and got it. And I paid $600 for it, and it wasn't until I went to switch out the shift tower, and I looked in there, and I was like, those are straight cut gears on third and fourth, and so got lucky.
Wow,
with that.
That's so awesome. What turbo is that?
It's a VS Racing 6673.
Yes.
It's just a eBay turbo from VS Racing sells them on their site and stuff, but all the attachments and everything are all board components.
Oh, really?
And even like the turbo return, where you bolt it up to the actual cartridge, they're standard thread pitch. But it's from China, so...
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but the cold side looks like a Precision, so... I don't know, but it's held together, it doesn't smoke, nothing.
How much?
I think I got the turbo with the piece to make the downpipe with the clamp, and the oil feed fitting and the oil return stuff for like $400, $450.
That's such a good deal.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the manifold's just a $70 eBay cast manifold.
I was wondering, because the waist. I mean, it looks like a good setup actually.
Yeah, the wastegate's just a eBay. I think it's the EM USA wastegate, a 38 mil wastegate off eBay, but all the internal parts are tile parts. Got an eBay 50 millimeter blow off valve that all looks like tile on the inside, and pretty much the whole entire turbo kit is sponsored by eBay, but it's working. And
What
it works
intake
well.
is that?
That's a Schimmel Performance
Okay.
intake, so nice intake. I got that as part of the deal for
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, dude,
24
that looks
valve
nice.
stuff. Yeah, but it went turbo because the supercharger blew up in 5 miles.
Wait, so you traded your engine for a supercharger, you said, right?
Yeah, a whole supercharger setup and the intake manifold, head studs. I got injectors and a turbo chip for OBD2 on it. And the only thing that was actually good from all of it was the short runner and the head studs.
So you put the supercharger on the 24 valve? No.
No,
on this.
Yeah.
And then you went 5 miles and the supercharger blew up.
Yeah.
So did the guy know it was bad and he just sold it to you?
It's a really long story. So
wow.
The guy who I got it from a guy we both know.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a really long, messed up story, but it's...
Dude, that sucks. I hate that shit, man.
It sucks, but it's life, and now that because of it, it's gone to another level. Like the chip was actually a 42-pound chip instead of a 630 chip. And so then I bought a 630 chip for it, and it still didn't run right. And then I found out that the injectors were bad. It wouldn't rev above 4,500 RPM without cutting.
Jeez, man.
And so I ended up just buying Mega Squirt MS3 Pro from a guy named Paul over on the East Coast. He makes a plug and play harness.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, put it in, and the thing started up, ran good. I put 830cc injectors in it. Yeah, so the whole thing.
What's this?
So that's the Schimmel fuel pressure regulator adapter piece. So the way a lot of people mount it, I mounted it like that because of the when I had the supercharger on there.
Oh,
but
okay.
A lot of people just mount to the end of the rail, and you can actually do the feed and the return through it.
Okay.
But I have the feed coming in over on this side of the rail, so it's
okay.
It won't starve anything, and I need to just get a like an aeromotive or something and mount it up over there. But this is working fine for now with the setup and everything, so I'm not too concerned with it at the moment.
Man, that turbo just fit, didn't it?
Yeah, well, if it still had the rain tray in it, it wouldn't fit, and then my hood, it's all cut out in the center and raised.
Oh.
And so it fits underneath the hood too without having to beat the hood or cut it up or anything with the hood already cut up. So it worked out that way well.
Now what intercooler is that?
It's a Treadstone intercooler.
Okay.
So it's a pretty decent company for in that aspect. They rated it at like 500 horsepower or something like that. But yeah, for now it's working good, and yeah.
And then the grill?
That is a Typhon grill. I got it from the same guy I got the Boomerang flares from. Yeah.
How wide of tires are you running?
But the fronts are 15x8 ET25, and I have 12 mil spacers I put on it, and that fills them in pretty well. I gotta still adjust it for messing with everything. And then the backs are 15x8 ET0 with a 25 mil spacer.
And the spacers just for looks, or is it actually to clear the brakes, or?
No, in the front everything fits, but in the back it's just for looks. It would be in a lot further. So I'm trying to find some new wheels for it right now, and that's the biggest thing I'm running into is the fronts. I can find wheels that fit that will work, but the rears, they're all way too narrow, and I don't want to run anything bigger than a 25 mil spacer.
Yeah, no. I can't wait. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. I was like, maybe we can go for a ride, because the street was dry, and I was like, oh my gosh, that would have been so cool. But next time, or maybe. What's your goal? When do you think you're gonna have it, kind of back on the road?
I need to just get my act together. I did the cage. The cage is 95% done. I got a little bit of welding still to do in the rear, and then paint it. But yeah, after I got mostly everything done with the cage wise, I'm just kind of like, okay, and then got lazy, and then I just need to get back on it. Yeah. Once I paint the cage, everything, I can put it back together, mount my seats in there. I just need to order harnesses, I think's left, but then wire in the race pack cluster, rewire some other stuff on it, and then it should all be good to go. The
Nice.
motor, I'm not doing anything to the motor or anything, so it theoretically, and it should just put it all back together and it should start right up. And
Heck yeah.
put back in my gas tank and stuff.
What suspension are you running, since I see these nice little dials?
They're just CX Racing coilovers off eBay. And I got 10K springs in the front, and then 8Ks in the rear, but they're nice. I like them because you can just adjust the ride height and the actual body of it, and then set your spring preload.
Okay.
And so the ride height's just, you can set it all through the body. So
That's easy. That makes it
you
easy.
don't have uneven like preload
On
your
each one,
springs.
yeah.
Go out, do some testing in it, and hopefully it'll stay together, because you need to hook up boost by gear, stuff like that. Because right now it's only, I guess I had it set to 16 to 17 PSI, but when we dynoed it, the boost controller wasn't working and we were losing crank signal above 7,000 RPM. And so it was only at 14 PSI, revving out to 7,000 RPM, and it made 386 wheel horsepower. But since then, we're revving it out to 78 to 8,000 RPM. And
8,000 RPM.
Yeah, and need to just keep cranking up the boost, and that was on pump gas too.
Yes.
So
how much was it? What was the horsepower at 8,000?
we haven't.
Oh, really?
Dynoed it. Yeah,
dude,
but
that's gonna scream.
It feels good and solid at that, and then like the race pack cluster has built-in shift lights to it. It's all CAN bus to the ECU, so everything the ECU sees I'll be able to put on the cluster too, which will be really nice, because there's just lots of little things just for kind of driver assistance, like the shift lights, because I was also shifting it early too at Waterlands, going back through looking at the logs and stuff.
Gotcha.
So, little stupid problems I had with it, and so it was overheating for a while, so we built this coolant reservoir. I used to just have an inline one, and then me and a buddy built that reservoir right there. And then I had to get a stronger fan. I got a Spall 1300 CFM fan.
Oh, wow.
Now it stays cool all the time. So
I'm so glad you reached out. So I'm guessing that's the exhaust that you're talking about?
It's the exhaust. It's been through some hams and stuff, but it's all there. I had it on it with the 24 valve, and when it was the supercharged 12 valve. Now I just have a 3-inch going back to like the end of the tunnel with a turn down.
Oh, jeez, yes.
Yeah, I didn't feel like trying to make one that went up around the beam. I was like, screw it.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Yeah, for sure.
And, yeah, so.
Dude, no, I am very appreciative. I'm so stoked, because like I've said before, in the videos, like this was unexpected to do this whole swap and everything. So people donating parts like this, like I didn't know what I was gonna do for exhaust. So Eric hooking it up with the exhaust, I truly appreciate it. So yeah, it's awesome. And it's MagnaFlow. That's what I have on my head marker.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
So it's got MagnaFlow muffler and then MagnaFlow resonator too. Oh. Yeah, I've had it in my back shed ever since like 2 years now, and I offered it to other people and stuff. And yeah, and I saw your video and I was like, I wonder if I have anything around here. And I was like, oh, I have that exhaust still, and figured I'd see if you could use it. Dude, instead of it just sitting back in my shed and hoarding stuff. So. Yeah,
thank you for the info on your car. I've wanted to know about this car more in depth so long, because like, when I see it's like, we're in line, or you're going to race, or, so it's just, it was nice to get the in-depth info on this car and everything. So really thankful on that. I love this stuff, man. And I know a lot of subscribers, I know a lot of people, I know you guys love hearing this stuff too. So yeah, no, thank you for sure.
This is just primer right now too.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Just a tinted primer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I reduced it a little much.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be flat, and I just used too much reducer, and it came out kind of shiny.
Yeah, no, I didn't think this was primer. It's all shiny. I thought this was paint.
Yeah, no, it's just primer, which is good for now until like I fix the flares and stuff, and I might repaint it, but I'm not too concerned with all of that.
Yeah,
anymore.
You want to go fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So huge thanks to Eric for hooking me up with that exhaust. And I really appreciate him taking the time to show me his car and you know, tell us all the information and everything. You know, I've seen that car you know, a couple times at Woodburn, and I've always been so interested into going up to him and asking him some questions and everything. But you know, there's just so many cars there, and he's, you know, usually racing that thing, so there's not too much time to sit down and, you know, I think that was like a half an hour. You know, we just talked about the car, and then he showed me some of this other stuff, because for my car I'm still looking at some seats and some the seat rails to mount the seats and everything. So everything's so expensive. So, and he's fabricated some of that stuff himself, so that was really cool to see. And yeah, I just really, you know, thank you, Eric, for taking the time and you know, sharing with us the information on the car and everything. And thanks again for the exhaust. And I hope, dude, where am I right now? I don't know where I'm going. I'm like lost. I'm trying to get back on the freeway. Car, you know, I love this stuff, and I hope you guys like this video. I'll see you next time.